Howdy, people Bart, and welcome back. This is video 2. Now, I went ahead and let Shinbi install all the way, and I've gone ahead and opened it up the first time to let the shaders compile, because that does take sometimes a few minutes and can be taxing on some people's computers. But what we've got here is, when we open up that folder, is characters folder and FX folder. And first off, let's take a look at the FX folder, and inside there you can have a series of materials. Man, there's gonna be a lot of stuff in here. Different types of debris, decals, energy, and plasma. I'm assuming these are going to be for spells that she may be able to do. Again, I don't know anything about the game, so just kind of bear with me. All this is kind of new to me, and we're doing this together. So these are all kind of different effects and so forth that are associated with that character. Lovely. So let's actually take a look at the character folder. You've got global, heroes, and maps. Okay. You have a map called Shinbi. Not so much worried about looking at their maps. Background assets. Okay, whatever. So let's actually take a look in the heroes folder. You have Shinbi, and it appears that it came with an animation blueprint and a player character and animation test map. So again, let's go ahead and look inside here, and inside the animations folder there is a metric buttload of animations. If you want to see what any of them look like, then we'll just say idle stand. Just double click on it, it'll open up, and you can actually preview it. And it has some cloth effects going on there. So you can sit there and watch the animation. You can kind of pan around a little bit and take a look at the character. So lovely. So there is a lot of these. So what can we do with it? What can we utilize? How can we utilize this character? There's your meshes, your materials. Apparently she summons wolves. So let's take a look at the wolf real quick. And have an example. Once you load into it, sometime the first time you look at it, it's going to need to compile shaders. And thankfully there's only 125 on this one. So there's our wolf. Kind of liked it before the shaders started working. So yeah, that's what it looks like. So let's actually see what we can do to use this character. Skins, sounds, textures, there's so much going on here. So since we have an animation blueprint and the character, we can double click on the character blueprint, and essentially the top portion here is normal from a regular player character, but it appears that there's a left mouse button or gamepad button and a combo system. So it's already setting up and playing some animation montages and things like that, so it's pretty cool. So since we already have a player character set up, we have animation blueprint already set up, we can look at our viewport, and you can see that she has an idle animation going right there. So let's actually go ahead and see if we can, first off, we'll play in standalone here. So as we see, we can walk around, lovely. And we're our UE4 mannequin. And I'm not sure why we have a mouse cursor here, but okay. So instead of, and we're not changing anything else here, we're just going to go into the third-person game mode. We can look at the player_base, click right here for the default pawn class, and let's see if she shows up here. Shinbi player character. So just by changing the default pawn class, we go in here, alrighty then, and we have a character. We can left click and she will attack, and right click and then left click, She can jump. She can swing a sword. So we've already got something right off the bat here. Nice. Gives us something really easy to work with and a good starting point. So it was just that easy to go ahead and download, bring her in, and now we actually have the ability to utilize Shinbi. What that does for us, well, we just have something a little bit prettier to play with than the UE4 mannequin. Interesting animations, though. I'm not sure that a high heel boot is the best combat boot to wear, but oh well. Guess this is kind of a fantasy game, so alright. Since we have that, let's look back at the character blueprint again. Attack count 1, 2, and 3. There's 3 different attacks there. Combo attack. Yeah. Interesting. So we'll have to figure out what those actual attacks are and what the triggers are for them. And this is utilizing other stuff. And one thing I don't like to usually to do is use a lot of other assets and other people's stuff. But you know what? Let's give it a shot and see what we can come up with. Alright, so like I said, it was that easy to go ahead and change out from the UE4 mannequin to the Shinbi character. So what I'm going to do is, to get set up for video 3, is I'm going to go ahead and start bringing in some more assets. And I'll show you which ones we're going to do. So if you want to go ahead and do this along to get ready for the next video, then you'll know which ones we're going to be working with. So with that, I want to find... Yes, I have a lot of assets to look through. Male announcer. Okay. The autosave. That's one thing I want to talk about really quickly. You come over here to edit. Editor preferences. And in the search block, type in autosave and uncheck enable autosave. Well, don't you want to save your project? Oh, of course you do. But do it yourself. Get in the habit of, you make a change, hit save. Make a change, hit save. Get in the habit of hitting that save all button. And if you're working around with your map, hit that save current. Do it yourself. Because if you let everything sit there and keep doing auto saves, it's going to start making saves and backups and everything. You're going to clog up your hard drive. By getting rid of everything from Epic Games and all the other stuff associated with it, I freed up about 100 gigabytes of hard drive space between all the stuff that I had installed here. So, yeah. So, back to where we were here. We got Shinbi downloaded. Well, we want to add in Paragon, Agora, and Monolith. So we're going to go ahead and add to project. Select our project and select add. It's going to queue up and begin to download so that it can start to actually put this stuff into the project, and it is 15.7 gigabytes. Yikes. So this is going to take a little while to do, and yeah, hopefully it's worth it. Like I said, this is something we're going to do along the way together, but since we have Shinbi in there, she's lovely and a lot better to look at than the UE4 mannequin. Nothing personal to the UE4 mannequin. Great work. Love it. But we're going to go ahead and, I don't know, let's put in a male character as well. And I'm going to go with, so much to choose from. So many assets to choose from. Now, not all of these that you see in my list here are free. So, like I said, just take a look at the Paragon stuff. If you want to make a nice, cool looking game and you want to go along with this project, like I said, I'm telling you which ones I'm going to be using so you can do it along together. So we have Shinbi, and we're doing the Paragon, Agora, and Monolith. And there was a Twin Blast. Let's go ahead and add him to the project. And as soon as the other one's done, this one's queued up and it'll automatically start, and we'll add it to the project. And this is going to take a while for all of this stuff, but might as well go ahead and load it up a little bit more. It is going to be a huge game, so you have to keep in mind whenever you do start trying to package this thing for other people to join you and play, once we've got it set up and running as a multiplayer, it's going to be a pretty hefty download size. And we'll see once we get to that phase, but you know, you want a good looking game, you're going to have to put some files in it. So we've got 2 queued up and going in, 1 already in, and let's go ahead and do the adversaries as well, so we can have something to attack. So we want to look for the Paragon adversaries, or minions, I think it was. Sorry. Right here. Paragon minions. Add that to project, and with that, since we're going to be taking a while to get all these things installed, I will come back in video 3 and we will take a look and see what we got. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll see you really soon.